Why teens drift toward friends and away from parents, a natural yet challenging journey for kids and us. Hello, fellow parents. I'm just another mom or dad navigating this wild ride of parenthood. And I get it. Being a parent is tough. But being a parent to a teenager? That's a whole new level of confusion sometimes. Have you ever felt like your kids suddenly changed? Like they're not as close to you as they used to be? I've been there, and it's a mix of sadness and emptiness. Today, I want to share something heartfelt with you. Straight from my own experience and sprinkled with wisdom from experts. I hope this story helps you feel a little lighter and find ways to walk alongside your teen through this unique phase. Key points first. When kids hit their teen years, it's totally natural for them to start pulling away from us parents. It's like a built-in part of growing up. They lean toward friends, crave independence, and try to figure out who they are. It stings to hear, I know, but it's how they mature. Still, don't let go completely, because they still need us. Even if they don't say it out loud. I'll share my own story today, mixed with insights from experts, so we can better understand our teens, and ourselves as parents, during this time. When kids start drifting from parents. Hey parents, picture a regular evening at home. Has anything like this ever happened to you? One night, we had an 18-year-old guest over. He was cheerfully helping me wash dishes after dinner, chatting away. Meanwhile, my 13-year-old son? He'd been quiet and grumpy all through the meal. When he was done, he just dropped his plate in the sink and walked past us without a word. I stood there, hands still wet from dish soap, feeling this heavy ache inside. What's going on with my kid? Did I mess up somewhere? Then that sweet 18-year-old turned to me and said, "Don't worry, he'll come back around." He even promised that by 17, my son would reconnect with the family. I was floored. This teenager understood something I didn't, while I was stuck wrestling with my hurt feelings. Turns out, this is totally normal. The American Academy of Pediatrics says family is the biggest influence on kids. But during the teen years, they push for independence and try to figure out their own identity. So, they drift from us and turn to their peers. Honestly, it hit me hard at first. My son used to love hanging out with us at 12, trips together, chattering about school. Now, it's like he wants nothing to do with me. But I've come to see it's not anyone's fault. It's just a natural step in his growth. Still, I think we can keep that connection alive, even if it feels fragile sometimes. When kids choose friends over parents. Have you ever wondered, why is my kid so obsessed with friends instead of us? I've asked myself that too. Until I stumbled across something from Johns Hopkins University. They say a teen's brain sees acceptance from friends as a big reward, like the joy of eating ice cream on a hot day. I chuckled when I read that, but it sank in deep. How can we compete with that kind of ice cream? But it got me thinking. They're not choosing friends because they hate us. They just need space to explore who they are and feel like they belong somewhere beyond home. I've watched my son spend hours texting his buddies, giggling away, while I stood outside his door, quietly watching. It's bittersweet. You know, part of me felt left out. But then I told myself, let him live his age. Still, here's what I've realized. No matter how much they love their friends, we parents still matter. Not to force them back to how things were, but to be their steady anchor when they need one. Experts say this is the time to get creative, to find new ways to stay close, instead of clinging to the past. How family relationships change. Now, let me walk you through how our bond with our kids shifts over time. Knowing this might help us feel less caught off guard. From ages 8 to 12. At this stage, my kid was all over the place. One day, he'd snuggle up asking me to read him a story. The next, he'd snap at me and skip family outings. I remember him hiding stuff about school once, then begging to stay in his room all evening. Psychologist Donna Matthews says this is when kids start confiding in friends more. Craving alone time or endless scrolling on social media. Some teens get downright rebellious, slamming doors, yelling, "I never want to see you again." Others stay sweet and easygoing through it all. I've been lucky. My son hasn't gone full drama mode. But that slow drift still tugs at my heart. Do you feel that too? In the teen years, once he hit the real teen phase, I could feel the time we spent together shrinking. He's busy with school, friends, his own stuff. I asked once, "Want to hit the park with us this weekend?" He just shook his head. "I'm busy." Ouch. That stung. But then I heard from expert Jill Emanuele, and it eased my mind. She says it's actually good that kids pull away a bit. It means they're learning to stand on their own. Handling daily life like socializing, showering, homework. If they clung to us forever, that might not be healthy. It clicked for me then. He's growing up. And I've got to let him. Still, expert Walsh added something key. Don't let go entirely. They still need us, even if they don't show it. One time, my son came home upset after a fight with friends. He just sat there, staring off. I didn't push him to talk, just asked, "Hungry? I'll whip something up." He sat down, and slowly, he opened up. That's when I knew, he still needs me. Just in a different way now. Heartfelt advice. Parents, I know this journey isn't easy, but we can totally be there for our kids. Experts suggest that when we clash with them, we should stay calm and share our views respectfully. It's a chance to show them disagreements are normal, and we still love each other through it. One last thing I want to say, it's okay if they're moody or quiet sometimes. That's just teen life. But if they suddenly stop eating, sleeping, or cut off from everyone for too long, keep an eye out. It might be a sign of something bigger, like depression or other struggles. If that happens, I think we should gently step in and support them. This teen parenting gig is a roller coaster, no doubt, but I believe if we hang in there with patience and love, our kids will come back to us, in their own way, on their own time. What do you think? Let's keep going together.